for being here, and thank you, Lance and Sherry, for hosting. Because, as Mahmoud has said, I did have a very full corporate life that was really rewarding and kind of could have stopped at that point. But I didn't, because I came to an event that Lance was hosting. He was board chair of Silicon Valley Social Venture Fund, and I had retired from Apple and was looking to see how to engage, how do we create positive change in our environment. I'd already figured out with Steve Jobs and the team how to save Apple, and one of my fellow Apple execs is here, Coke Lau, and how were you able to take a company that was near death and put it at Heaven's Gate. But having done that, there really was a deeper calling. I also had kids who had turned into almost teenagers in the time I was pretty heads down at the work, and I wanted to know what world they were going to grow up in and what their community was going to represent for them, and where my own value is going to be expressed in that. So I was sort of searching around. I'd always been in a pretty planful way of living. Most corporate lawyers are, and some of us who've had multi-billion-dollar corporations get even more so. But really, was looking around and was invited by two friends, a very long-term friend and a new friend, who said, you should check out SV2. And I came to a holiday party at this gorgeous home, and I talked to Lance about how meaningful social change looks like, and how you can take the capacity you develop as an executive, as you have worked through your corporate life and your other lives, and start to help social organizations really grow and start to scale so that their impact is absolutely magnified, going deeper, going wider. And so Lance told me about this great model of giving money, yay. You know, my husband and I knew how to write checks, but that wasn't enough. And he said, here's where you can take the wisdom, the experience, the time, and help these organizations grow and find what's working and bring it to scale. And what Akemi won't recall is the very first project I worked on with SV2 when I got here, because she wasn't even the ED yet, was they were trying to, and I didn't know what it looked like. What does it mean like to be an engaged philanthropist? I don't know, I didn't know, but they were trying to look at what their social media strategy might be like, and they were trying to figure out how could we expand when we have an organization and population we're representing who may not have access to the internet and may not have smartphones in spite of everything. How do we work out a strategy? And it was the first project I worked on at SV2, where a group of us came down and just sat with them and did some big brainstorming sessions. I fell in love with PACT at the time because the power of that grassroots was so essential. And I do have a very global view, and I've looked throughout the world. I've been in Guatemala, Rwanda, Uganda, Cambodia, India, to see how do you make effective social change. And it's always, always at the grassroots level. There is no effective change unless the community develops it, unless the community owns it, unless the community takes it forward. And that's what PACT is so impactful at doing. And when we heard Gloria's comments, just in this one space, and the immigration, and you're reaching out to people about to be deported, that's the power that I work every day now to unleash. And I do it through boards I serve on. I really focus on the next generation of leaders. We need to have those people empowered, because I'm feeling like my generation kind of didn't do so well when I look at the world right now. But what is the future? And how do we make sure that those people have the skills, the encouragement, the support, some of the wisdom they can learn it, we can only impart it in order to make a big change. So I do serve I'm board chair of Teen Success Inc., which works in this community in the Central Valley and Central Coast to get teen moms through high school and on to college or career, and that they are becoming the most effective advocate and parent for their child. I work with First Place for Youth on their board, and that works with foster youth transitioning out of the system. I advise any number of social entrepreneurs as well as nonprofits, but it is with such joy that every change they make in a positive direction gives me optimism that the huge issues we're facing right now, with our democracy imperiled, with our civil justice imperiled, with all of the rights we care about, and all of you I know care about, imperiled, we make it an opportunity. And that's how I feel it is. I feel like the sores have been, the Band-Aids have been ripped off, and we now know what the issues are. And what I love is that the PACT program addresses those at a healing level in community. And so Akemi told me this was a preview of future attractions, that I had to limit my comments because we're going to get together again, hopefully in October, at the luncheon. So with that, I thank PACT and Akemi for what they do. Mahmoud, thank you for your kind words. Lance, again, thank you for opening your home and introducing me to social change at scale. And I want you guys to all enjoy the rest of your drinks as Akemi closes us out.